What's up, y'all? So, today is not the best days ever. I feel extremely weird today. Energy is completely off. However, I kind of want to make it positive, but not, you know, kind of still be real at the same time. So, today, yesterday I kind of, reiterated, and for the people who actually give a fuck. Um, I'm dressed like a little bit of a tomgirl today because, like I said, I don't really celebrate. Actually, you know what? Let me look earlier. I don't really celebrate Pride. I just don't. But um, I kind of want to explain like why I stopped celebrating Pride, um, and kind of like how it made me feel because. So basically, before I get into this little story that I got going on, I don't celebrate Pride just because I feel like there is no sense of love. Like, there's no sense of. It doesn't feel like for one of the main reasons why I feel like one of the main reasons why I feel like I don't celebrate Pride is because I don't really believe in once I get why cisgender people feel a little out, like I feel like a little I feel like cisgender people, even though it's not necessarily always gonna be like, oh, they like us and they, you know what I'm saying, like this me versus them is really weird. Like I feel like people, I just don't like celebrating, like I don't celebrate Black Pride, you know what I'm saying, I don't celebrate anything that's like a division. I feel like I'm not that toxic, and I feel like a lot of people who are toxic, I feel like they like that kind of stuff, and I'm just not that type of person. So that's one of like the biggest reasons why I don't celebrate Pride. Um, just because I just feel like it's dumb. Like it's not saying that Pride is like stupid and it's ridiculous and retarded, but I feel like I just there should be like some type of celebration for. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm never not saying that Pride is like stupid or celebrating Pride is dumb or anything like that. Like Pride is one of the, I don't know. I'm not. I don't feel that love. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of trans people. I don't really hang out with a lot of trans women. Um, I don't even really hang out with anybody really in general, just because I just feel like I'm the type of person where when I'm going through it, I don't want to be around people. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to infect people with, my negativity or, whatever the fuck or whatever the hell I'm going through because, like, there's no sense of it. But, there's just a lot of things going on, internally, externally for myself that it just doesn't, I don't feel celebratory, I feel like there's just so much. I mean, I'm happy for people who are happy. I don't ever want to take joy out of anybody who, pride, because pride means something to people that a lot of, cisgender people don't quite see. And some people it's not about being like in an environment, it's not about cisgender people accepting a certain individual, a certain number of people. Like some people have some people are celebrating a self victory. You know, a lot of people have struggled with being in the closet, whether they are transgender, whether they are bisexual, female, male, non binary. A lot of people have this is like pride means something. That's what, you know, a lot of people want to celebrate, or a certain a large, you know. So, and those people are the ones that I respect, you know, because I don't, and it's yeah, like I just don't, I don't respect this whole idea of like, oh, we gotta be, you know, we gotta celebrate pride because we're trans or we're gay or this and that. Like, and you know, I still think as a society we're like, especially like this era didn't get to see the ballroom scene in the 90s and the 80s, you know, or the 70s, whichever one it was. um, so, and not saying that it was really any much better, but there are a lot of women who like, it's not like, for example, myself being trans is not about passing. Being trans is just about being, it's about being a woman, you know what I'm saying? And somebody made the term transgender, you know, so a lot of people might question like, well, what does transgender mean? And you know what I'm saying? So I really, you know, believe that, I really feel like, you know, there is just, I don't know, I just don't celebrate it, you know. I don't celebrate Black History Month. I don't really celebrate anything that is division, you know what I'm saying? I don't, I just, I feel like there's just so much, and even if there was a specific, you know, there's just not a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of animosity, a lot of questioning. You know, a lot of this, a lot of that, and it's just like, it's not really. It doesn't really feel celebratory. Like it feels, you know, odd. So, however, though, I want to say that everybody who has finally, you know, accepted themselves for who they are, you know, I want to say that I'm personally proud of you. Um, I know I'm not really that, you know, popular or, you know, but, you know, regardless of the situation, I'm so, you know, proud that you've accepted yourself opposed to anybody else. Because it is really your journey. It really is about how you see yourself. I feel like a lot of people should, you know, sometimes step back and just, you know, understand that life is not just about everybody around you. It's not just about being, you know, and it's very easy to get caught up in that kind of mental state. But I just feel like, you know, right now, maybe this is a time to reflect and see that this is about you. You know, this is a very individualistic type of perspective that a lot of people need to like kind of just consider, because a lot of people don't get the chance to wake up and be who they are, or walk down the street, and even if they are who they are, they don't get to feel happy about that, you know. So that's kind of why I don't celebrate pride. But for everybody out there who are celebrating, and you know, I hope everybody has a, you know, safe time, and everybody is just, you know, because, and let's I remind, you know, cisgender people, this is not, please don't look at this as a division. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody is stupid and they don't understand pride, but there are some people who don't understand pride. So that's my little take on it, and I will see you guys later.